Hey there, welcome. We're thrilled you're here. Let's start with a question. What if we told you that stress isn't actually your enemy? Yeah, we know. Sounds counterintuitive, right? Especially when you're lying awake at 3 a.m. with racing thoughts. But here's what we've discovered. Stress is simply energy. Raw, biological energy that your body creates to help you perform and adapt. The problem isn't stress itself. It's that most of us were never taught how to manage this energy. Think of it like electricity in your home. Electricity powers everything you need, but if the wiring is faulty or overloaded, things start breaking down. Your nervous system works the same way. In the next hour, we're going to teach you something different from the typical just relax advice. We're diving into nervous system regulation, the biological foundation that determines whether stress fuels your performance or depletes it. You'll learn practical, science-based techniques that work in minutes, not months. This isn't about meditation retreats or quitting your job. This is about understanding your body's wiring and learning to flip the right switches at the right time. We're going to share a 5-day reset protocol that combines neuroscience, stress physiology, and real-world performance insights. By the end, you'll have practical tools that you can use immediately. Techniques that take minutes but create lasting change. You'll understand why your body reacts the way it does, and more importantly, what to do about it. Key takeaway. Stress is energy, and learning to regulate your nervous system is the foundation of sustainable high performance. So let's jump in and understand the two foundational states that control everything: your nervous system's accelerator and brake. Picture yourself driving a car. You've got two pedals, the accelerator and the brake. Both are essential. Your nervous system works exactly the same way. We have two primary states. The first is your sympathetic nervous system, your accelerator, your fight or flight mode. This kicks in during deadlines, tough conversations, and high pressure moments. Your heart rate increases, your pupils dilate, stress hormones flood your system, and your body redirects energy towards your muscles and brain. You become sharp, focused, and ready for action. Then there's your parasympathetic nervous system, your brake, your rest and digest mode. This is where healing happens. Your heart rate slows, digestion works properly, and your body repairs itself. This is where you recover, restore, and rebuild. Here's the critical insight. Neither state is bad. You need both. The problem with modern life is that most high performers get stuck with their foot on the accelerator. Constant emails, back-to-back meetings, financial pressure, social media. Your nervous system perceives all of this as a threat. So you're running on adrenaline and cortisol all day, and you rarely give your body permission to hit the brake. The result? The wired but tired feeling when you're exhausted but can't relax. Your body loses its ability to switch between states smoothly. It's like driving a car that only has an accelerator. Eventually, something breaks down. The good news? You can retrain the system fast. That's what nervous system regulation is all about. Learning to consciously shift between these two states based on what you actually need in the moment. Key takeaway. Your nervous system has two modes, accelerator and brake. And high performance requires the ability to switch between them skillfully. Now, let's talk about the main hormone driving that accelerator, cortisol, and why too much of it becomes a problem. Let's talk about cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. And before you think cortisol is bad, hold on. Cortisol is actually helpful in the right doses. Think of cortisol as your body's natural energy manager. It wakes you up in the morning, sharpens your focus when you need to perform, and mobilizes glucose so your brain and muscles have fuel. In appropriate amounts, cortisol helps you perform under pressure. The problem starts when cortisol levels stay elevated for too long. Your body can't tell the difference between a genuine threat and your overflowing inbox. So when you're stressed all day, every day, your adrenal glands keep pumping out cortisol. Chronically elevated cortisol creates issues. It disrupts your sleep, ironically making you tired but unable to rest. It affects metabolism, weakens immune function, and impairs memory and learning. Over time, your body becomes less responsive to cortisol signals, similar to insulin resistance. You end up needing more stress just to feel normal, which is a signature of burnout. Here's something most people don't know. Cortisol follows a natural rhythm called the circadian rhythm. It should be highest in the morning, peaking about 30 minutes after you wake up, then gradually declining throughout the day, reaching the lowest point at night so you can sleep deeply. When this rhythm gets disrupted, like when you're checking emails at midnight or drinking coffee at 4 p.m., your body loses its natural reset ability. Understanding cortisol's rhythm is crucial. Morning stress? That's when your body can handle it best. Late night stress? That's when it becomes most problematic because it directly interferes with your recovery and sleep. Key takeaway. Cortisol is useful for performance in short bursts, but chronic elevation leads to burnout, poor sleep, and metabolic issues. Now that we understand the biology, let's get practical. In the next section, we're going to teach you the first technique, how to activate your body's master reset switch using the vagus nerve.